Good morning, everyone. The previous class we are discussing about different methods of improve commutation, and what are the different types of commutation, resistance commutation, and EMF commutation. On this class, we are discussing about characteristics of separately excited DC generator and the characteristics of DC shunt generator. So, we are finding these characteristics, that mean internal characteristics and external characteristics of separately excited DC generator and characteristics of DC shunt generator. So here first one is characteristics of separately excited DC generator. The three most important characteristics of DC shunt generator is no load saturation characteristics, internal characteristics, and external characteristics. So for every generator there are three important characteristics, that is no load saturation characteristics, internal characteristics, external characteristics. So first one is open circuit characteristics. So OCC, shortly known read as OCC, open circuit characteristics. It is also known as magnetic characteristics or no load saturation characteristics. So it shows the relation between E0 and IF at a given fixed speed. So where E0 equal no load generated EMF. So when the no load is not available, so we are finding the value of E0. So that is E0 equal to no load generated EMF in armature. IF is field current, field or exciting current. So external characteristics versus, so it is also referred as performance characteristics or voltage regulating curve. So it gives the relation between voltage and IL. So V is the terminal voltage, IL is the load current. IL is the load current. So external characteristics always drawn between terminal voltage and load current. And internal characteristics in the induced EMF E and armature current. So it is also known as total characteristic curve. It gives the relation between E and IA. So E, where E is equal to actual EMF induced, IA is the armature current. Here the circuit diagram for open circuit characteristics, always we have studied the circuit diagram of open circuit characteristics. Here suppose this is the armature, this is the field. When these two, there will be no connection, so the cell separately excited, so separately it will be excited. So here suppose this is the armature, suppose this is the armature, here the voltmeter V, right? So here the armature ampere, here always voltmeter connected in parallel. So here the voltage is ampere, here ampere, the current will be ampere. Here the shunt field winding, here having some variable resistance, that is potentiometer, right? Then to DC source. When we are giving the DC source to the shunt field, so armature also rotates. So here the circuit characteristics curve is field current versus volts. So IF, suppose it is volts versus, here it is IF. So if IF, the voltage is increases, so field current also increases. Here the curve explanation is before saturation of the poles, when IF is increased from its initial small value. So IF is increases this small initial value. So here the generated voltage EG increases directly as current. So when the field current increases, always the EMF also increases. So this is represented by the straight portion OD. So the straight portion is, yes, that is the portion of his, this is the OD. After saturation of this pole, so a greater increase of IS is required to produce a given increase in voltage. So this is represented by the lower part of the curve. So here, see here, so this curve represents, so here, so up to some portion D, when the poles are not exciting. So after saturation of this pole excitation, so the curve will be, when the field current will be more increases. So these are the internal characteristics of the separately excited DC generator. So we are here applying some load, right? So across the voltage, armature across the voltage, that is V, the voltmeter and the ammeter here. Here this is the armature, here this is the field winding, and this is the potentiometer. So we are giving external supply to DC source. So external characteristics are the voltage and armature current. So no load current here IA E naught, and the current is IA armature current, right? So when here this is the I naught, here the reaction drop, so IARA drop will be occurred here. So IA armature current, IARA, and this is a drop. So when the generator is on no load, there is no armature reaction and armature voltage drop. So in the generator armature reaction, no armature reaction, the generator is on no load, so there is no armature in the, and the armature drop will be occurred. So this armature drop is here shown is this drop. When the no load voltage E naught remains constant, so E naught is constant. So when the generator is on load, when the load is occurred, the voltage falls due to the armature reaction. So that voltage is comes to terminal voltage V. Actually EMF induced can be obtained by subtracting armature reaction drop from E naught. So it will be minus. So the decrease in E naught voltage which increase in the armature current. So when the armature voltage is dropped, so increase in the armature current. So external characteristics curve. So if the armature current is increased, the terminal voltage should be decreased. If the armature voltage increases, terminal voltage decreases. See. So here armature current is increases, so the terminal voltage will be drop, so decreases. The decrease in the terminal voltage with increase in the load, it is due to the voltage drop by armature circuit resistance. So when the decrease in the terminal voltage with increase in the load, so suppose armature current increases, voltage drop decreases, and the load will be increases. So due to this increase in the load, the voltage drop by the armature circuit resistance also drop. So that is V equal to E minus IL RA. Here IL means the load current. So actually it is IARA, but we are these characteristic drawn between load at load. So that is V equal to EG minus IL RA. So that is IL equal to IA in separately excited DC motor. So it is excited separately, where IL equal to IA. The three most important characteristics are, this is for DC shunt generator. The characteristics of DC shunt generators is the three: open circuit characteristics, internal characteristics, and external characteristics. Here it is also known as magnetic characteristics or no load saturation characteristics. Open circuit means it's always open, so no load characteristics are. It shows the relation between E naught and IF, right, and given fixed speed, where E naught equal to no load generated EMF, IF is the field current or exciting current, and the internal characteristics draw between E and IA. So with the relation between E and the generated EMF and armature current. External characteristics, it is referred to performance characteristics are voltage regulating curve. It gives the relation between voltage and IL, where V is the terminal voltage, load current. See open characteristics side. See here the field current, the field winding of the circuit shunt generators. First we have to know the DC shunt generator. This is the shunt. So armature winding is parallel to the field winding is parallel to the armature winding, so it is known as shunt generator. Suppose it is the load, right? So open characteristics means no load, when the no load is not available. So here we are connecting some external voltage variable resistance. So when ammeter is connected in series and the voltage is connected in parallel, so the field winding of the circuit, the shunt generator is connected to the armature. So a field winding is excited. So the open circuit characteristics are drawn between E naught, that is no load induced EMF, and the field current. So the voltmeter indicates a small voltage 2 to 6 volts due to the presence of the residual flux in the main pole. So already the available flux available in the main poles. So when the armature rotates, it shows already some voltage, that is some voltage 1 volt, 2 volts, like that. So the residual flux voltage represented OA. So suppose this is the residual flux, but in case of self-excited DC generator, separately the DC generator, so it comes like this. From 0 to it starts. So why? Because it is separately excited. So when in shunt motor, so it excited with armature and field. So the residual flux voltage represented by OA. The field winding is excited. If IF is increases in steps, E naught also increases. Each step IA and IF are recorded. This is a circuit diagram for external characteristics. These are the loads, different loads. These are the curve, external characteristic curve of DC shunt generator. See, the generator is run at a rated speed. So the external characteristics are mainly based on the speed. The field current is also adjusted to give rated voltage at no load. The load is gradually increased in steps. So these are the different loads are increasing. So plot the graph between voltage and the terminal voltage V and IL. So these are different loads. You see here, different loads, drops, right? So armature drop and armature drop. The drop in terminal voltage is due to armature resistance drop, and the reduction in flux due to armature reaction. So IARA drop like that. So further reduction in field current. So where IARA CD. So already we have studied this drop. So previously separately examined, the voltage will be coming to this position. So this drop is known as IARA drop. So DF is armature reaction drop, and FG drop due to fall in IF. So here drops are 3 drops. So first one is due to fall in IF, and the DF is second one is due to armature drop, and these are the IARA drop. So these are 3 drops falling to voltage. The OA equal to no load generated EMF. So GC equal to total drop, armature drop plus the reaction drop, fall in drop. So the terminal voltage VG equal to OA minus GC. OA minus GC. The drop will be minus. So E minus drop. Right. The external characteristic curve turns back due to further decrease in the load. So when the load is not, the load will be very variable load. So when it is self-excited motor, the load will be constant. So the voltage coming like this. But in case of this shunt motor, the load will be varied. So when it's coming to this position, again when the decreasing the load, it coming to 0 position. So further decreasing the load resistance, the load current increases, more armature reaction is produced. So when the load current is decreases, the more armature will be produced. So the reduction in terminal voltage and IF, the load current is decreased, and hence the current turns back. When the load current is decreases, though the curve will be coming to back. So when the load current is increases, it coming to normal position. So external characteristics and internal characteristics of curve. So now it coming to internal characteristics of this shunt generator. The characteristics given by curve 2, it can obtained by adding IARA drop to the external characteristics curve. So in this we are neglecting the drop. So that is here the drop will be considered here. That is E minus IARA. Like. So in this class we are discussed about characteristics of DC separately excited DC generator and DC shunt generator. So what are the most important terms? One is no load characteristics or open circuit characteristics, internal characteristics and external characteristics. These are the 3 important characteristics of every generator, that is series, shunt, compound and separately excited DC generator. So first, what is the no load and internal and external? See first here, see what is open circuit characteristics. Open circuit characteristics is also known as magnetic characteristics or no load saturation characteristics. These curve drawn between the no load EMF and field current. So it shows the relationship between E naught and IF at a given fixed speed, where E naught equal to no load generated EMF in armature, IF equal to field current or exciting current. So external characteristics drawn between. So what is external means? It is also referred as performance characteristics or voltage regulating curve. So it draws between terminal voltage V and load current IL. So V equal to terminal voltage and IL equal to load current. So internal characteristics drawn between the induced EMF versus armature current. It also known as the total characteristics. So total means external and drop. External characteristics plus some drop. So it gives the relation between E and IA. So where the E equal to actual induced EMF and IA equal to armature current. So the circuit diagram for open circuit, so self separately excited DC generator. So first the open circuit characteristic curve. So open means the load is not connected. So armature is connected to some voltage, that is showing voltage voltmeter, and the RA means armature current. It is shunt filling and the potentiometer. When the potentiometer increases or decreases, the load the current will be changes. See the characteristics of. So first one is open circuit. When open circuit characteristic drawn between no load and field current. So the before saturation of the poles, when IF is increased from initial small value, so when the saturation of this before saturation of the pole, it starts from like this. After saturation of the pole, it coming to deposition. After saturation of this pole, again it coming to field current more increases. Generated voltage EG increases directly as current. If the field current increases, the generated EMF also increases. This is represented by the curve OD. After saturation of this pole, so greater increase in IF is required to produce a given increase in the voltage. If the field current is increases, the generated EMF also increases. So this is represented by lower part of the curve. So internal characteristics. See here when the load is connected. So internal characteristics. So internal means the E, that is voltage V versus IA. When the load is generator is on no load, when the load is not connected, there is no armature reaction and armature voltage drop. So the no voltage E naught remains constant. So in the no load, so no armature reaction will be produced, armature drop is also not produced. So the E naught will be constant. When the generator is on load, the voltage falls due to armature reaction drop. So when the voltage drops to armature reaction, it is coming to E position. So this is the armature reaction drop. And actually EMF induced can be obtained by subtracting the armature reaction drop from E naught. So this is the drop of the armature. So here two drops are available. Produced, the one is armature reaction drop and the one is the armature drop, that is RIA RA. So E naught is equal to the decrease in the E naught voltage with increase in the armature current. If the armature current is increases, the output will be decreased. So these are the truly inversely proportional to IA. External characteristics curve. See here, if the armature current is increased, the terminal voltage should be decreased. So these are the inversely proportional. When the armature current is increases, so again is coming to IA V. So when it's keep on increasing, the voltage armature voltage will be decreases. The decrease in the terminal voltage with increase in the load. If the voltage decreases, load also increases. If the load is increases, armature circuit resistance due to armature circuit resistance. So V equal to EG minus IA RA. So IA equal to IL. And the DC shunt, for the characteristics of DC shunt generator, open circuit characteristics and again internal characteristics and external characteristics. So first open circuit characteristics. It is also known as magnetic characteristics or no load characteristics. And the relation between E naught and IF at a given fixed speed. No load generated EMF, IF is the field current, and internal characteristics, it is known as total characteristics curve. It gives the relation between E and IA. E is actually EMF induced, IA equal to armature current. External characteristics are V versus IL. Gives the relation between V and IL. So V equal terminal voltage, IL equal to load current. When the open circuit characteristics, these are the diagram of this open circuit characteristics. The field winding circuit of the shunt generator is connected to the armature parallel. So when the field winding is not excited, the voltmeter indicates a small voltage. So that is 0 to some, shows O to A. This is the, when the field winding is not excited, so this is the some drop occurred here in shunt generator due to the field winding is not excitation. So due to the presence of residual flux in the main pole, so the residual flux in the voltage represented as OA. So due to the, why it is comes means due to the residual flux in the main poles. The field winding is excited if IF is increases. If IF is increases, so output E0 will be increases if each step IA and IF are recorded. So this is the external characteristics for DC shunt generator. This curve draw between E0 and IA. See here. The generator runs at a rated speed. The field current is adjusted to give rated voltage at no load. The load is gradually increased in steps. The load is increases the voltage between EG and IL. So this drop in terminal voltage is due to armature resistance drop and armature reaction drop. So reduced flux in due to armature reaction. So further reduction in field current. So in this previous it coming only armature reaction drop and armature drop. But in case of DC shunt generator, one is armature drop, that is the CD is armature drop, and DF is the reduction flux due to armature reduction in field current. So where CD equal to IA, so armature drop already we know that is IA RA. So DF equal to armature reaction drop, and the FG is equal to due to fall in field current. Here the OA is no load generated EMF, the GC is total drop. So armature drop plus fall in drop plus armature reaction drop. The terminal voltage VT equal to OA minus GC. So we get the value of voltage. So this up to this we have find the value of voltage, terminal voltage. The external curve turns to reverse back due to further decreasing the load. So load resistance is decreases, the voltage will be increases, load current increases. So more armature reaction is produced, the reduction of terminal voltage, and if the load current is decreases, load resistance decreases, the load current will be increases. So if the load current is increases, more armature reaction is produced. The more armature reaction produced, the terminal voltage also increases. The more armature reaction is produced, terminal voltage will be decreased due to IF. So load current is decreased and hence the curve turns back. Internal characteristics draws between V and IL. The characteristics given by curve 2, it can be obtained by adding IR drop to the external characteristics curve. So far in this we are discussed about no load characteristics or open circuit characteristics, and internal characteristics and external characteristics of DC shunt generator and DC separately excited DC generator. Internal and external characteristics of separately excited DC generator and DC generator.